and welcome to Henry IV, Part 1.
The court of King Henry IV.
What's the time period, Frank?
1100s.
The edge of war, like an ill-sheathed knife, no more shall cut its master. Therefore, friends, as far as the sepulchre of Christ, whose soldier now, under whose blessed cross we are impressed and engaged to fight, forth with the power of English shall be now, whose arms were molded in their mother's womb to chase these pagans in those holy fields over whose acres walked those blessed feet, which 1,400 years ago were nailed for our advantage on the bitter cross. And let me hear of you, my gentle cousin Westphal. What yes not our counsel did we preach before you this very tedious?
My liege, this haste was hot in question, and many limits of the charge set down. But yesternight, when all was athwart, a post from Wells, loaded with heavy news, whose worst was that nobleman Mortimer, leading the men of Herefordshire to fight against the irregulars in wild Glendower, was by rude hands that Welshman taken.
It seems then that the tidings of this broil break off our business for the Holy Land. Here is smooth and welcome news. The Earl of Douglas is discomfited. 10,000 bold Scots, 22 knights, balked in their own blood, did Sir Walter see on homeless plains. Of prisoners, Hotspur took Mordack, Earl of Fife, and eldest son to beaten Douglas, and the Earl of Athol, of Murray, Angus, and Menteith. And is this not an honorable spoil, a gallant prize, how cuz is it not?
In faith, it is a conquest for a prince to boast of.
What think you, cuz of this young Percy's pride? The prisoners which he in this adventure had to prize, to his own use he keeps, and sends me word I shall have none but Mordack, Earl of Fife.
This is his uncle's teaching. This is Worcester, malevolent to you in all aspects, which makes him prune himself and bristle up, a crest of youth against your dignity.
I will send for him to answer this. And for this cause a while, we must neglect our holy purpose to Jerusalem. Cousin, on Wednesday next, our council we will hold at Windsor. So inform the lords, but come yourself with speed to us again. For more is to be said and to be done, that out of anger can be uttered.
I will, my liege.
Show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
Oh, don't ask why.
Oh, don't ask why. Oh, show me the way to the next whiskey bar.
Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. For if you don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
There's an extra beer.
The Boarhead's Tavern.
Now, what time of day is it, lad?
Thou art so fat-witted with drinking of old sack and unbuttoning thee after supper, and sleeping upon benches afternoon, that thou hast forgotten to demand that truly which thou would truly know. What devil hast thou to do with the time of day?
Indeed. You come near me now, Hal, for we that take purses is by the night light of the moon, and the 7 stars, and not by Phoebus, he that wandering knight so fair. And I prithee, sweet wag, when thou art king, and God save thy grace, Majesty, I should say. For grace thou wilt have none.
What? None?
By my troth, no. Not so much as will serve to be a prologue to an egg and butter.
Oh, well, then how then? Come roundly. Roundly.
But I prithee, sweet wag, shall there be gallows standing in England when thou art king? Do not thou, when thou art king, hang a thief? An old lord of this council rated me the other day in the street about you, sir. But I marked him not, and yet he talked very wisely, and in the street, too.
That is well, for wisdom cries out in the streets, and no man regards it.
Oh, thou hast damnable iteration, and art indeed able to corrupt a saint.
So, where shall we take a purse tomorrow, Jack?
Zoons, where thou wilt, lad. I'll make one, and I do not. Call me villain and baffle me.
I see a good amendment of life in thee from praying to purse taking.
Why, Hal? 'Tis my vocation, Hal. 'Tis no sin for a man to labor in his vocation. Poins! Now shall we know the match is set.
Tomorrow, Ned.
Good morrow, sweet Hal. My lads. Tomorrow morning at 4 o'clock early at Gladsville, there are pilgrims traveling to Canterbury with rich offerings. And there's travelers going to London with fat purses. I have visitors for you all. You have horses for yourself. We may do it secure as sleep. If you will go, I'll fill your purses full of crowns. If you will not, tarry at home and be hanged.
Hear ye, Edward. If I tarry at home and not go, I'll hang you for going.
You will? Chops.
How? Wilt you make one?
Who, I rob? I a thief? Not by my faith.
There's neither manhood nor good fellowship in thee, nor thou camest from royal blood if thou darest not stand for 10 shillings.
I care not.
Sir John, leave the prince and I alone, for I will lay him down reasons for us to go on this adventure that he shall go with us.
Well, God give thee the spirit of persuasion, and him the ears of profiting. Farewell, thou shalt see me in Eastcheap.
Now, my good sweet honey lord, ride with us tomorrow. I have a jest that I cannot manage alone. Falstaff, Peto, and Bardolph shall rob those men that we have already waylaid. Yourself and I will not be there. And if you and I do not rob them, cut this head off my shoulders.
How shall we part with them in setting forth?
I think we'll set forth after them, and appoint them a place of meeting that is in our pleasure to fail. And when they exploit on the location that they have no soon achieved, we'll set upon them.
I think that will be too hard for us.
Well, for 2 of them I know as true-bred cowards that ever turn back. And for the third, if he fights for longer than he sees reasons, I'll forswear arms.
Fair enough. Well, I'll go with thee. Provide us all things necessary and meet me tomorrow night in Eastcheap. There also. Farewell.
Farewell, my lord.
I know you all, and will a while uphold the unyoked humor of your idleness. Yet herein will I imitate the sun, who doth permit the base contagious clouds to smother up his beauty from the world, that when he please again to be himself, being wanted, he may be more wondered at by breaking through the foul and ugly mists of vapors that did seem to strangle him. So when this loose behavior I throw off and pay the debt I never promised, by how much better than my word I am, by so much shall I falsify men's hopes, and like bright metal on sullen ground, my reformation, glittering over my fault, shall show more goodly and attract more eyes than that which hath no foil to set it off. Also offend to make offense a skill, redeeming time when men think least I will.
The court of King Henry IV.
My blood has been too cold and temperate enough to stir at these indignities. And you have found me, for accordingly, you tread upon my patience.
Our house, my sovereign liege, little deserves this wrath of greatness to be used on it. And that same greatness to which our own hands have helped to make so portly.
My lord.
Worcester, get thee gone, for I do see danger and disobedience in thine eye. You have good leave to leave us. When we need you and your use of any counsel, we will send for you. You were about to speak?
Yea, my good lord. Those prisoners in your highness' name demanded, which Harry Percy here at Humden took, were, as he says, not with such strength denied, as is delivered to your majesty. Either envy, therefore misprison, is guilty of this fault, and not my son.
My liege, I did deny no prisoners. But I remember when the fight was done, when I was dry with rage and extreme toil, breathless and faint, leaning upon my sword, came there a certain lord, neat and trimly dressed, fresh as a bridegroom, his chin new reaped showed like stubble landed harvest home. He questioned me. Amongst the rest, demanded my prisoners in your majesty's behalf. I then, all smarting with my wounds being cold, out of my grief and my impatience, to be so pestered by a popinjay, answered neglectingly, I know not what. He should or he should not, for he made me mad, this bold and unjointed chat of his. I answered indirectly, as I said, and I beseech you, let not his report come current as an accusation betwixt my love and your high majesty.
The circumstance considered good, Lord, my lord. What Lord Henry Percy then had said, to such a person, in such a place, at such a time, with all the rest retold, do him may reasonably die and never rise. To do him wrong or impeach in any way. What did he had said, so he unsay it now.
Why, yet he doth deny his prisoners. But which prevents so an exception that we at our own charge shall ransom straight his brother-in-law, the foolish Mortimer, who on my soul had willfully betrayed the lives of those, and he did me to fight against that great magician, Grindower, whose daughter, as we hear, that Earl of March hath lately married. Shall our coffers then be empty to ransom home revolted Mortimer?
Revolted Mortimer? He never did fall off my sovereign liege, but by the chance of war. Let not it be slandered with revolt.
Thou dost belie him, Percy. Thou dost belie him. He never did encounter with Grindower. Let me not hear you speak of Mortimer. Send me your prisoners with the speediest means, or you shall hear in such a kind for me as will displease you. My lord Northumberland, we license your departure with your son. Send us your prisoners, or you hear me.
And if the devil come and roar for them, I will not send him. I will have to straight and tell him so, for I will ease my heart, albeit I make a hazard of my head. Shall I not?
What? Drunkard collar? Stay and pause a while. Here comes your uncle. Brother, the king hath made your nephew mad.
Who struck this heat up after I was gone?
He will, forsooth, have all my prisoners. And when I urged the ransom once again of my wife's brother, his cheek looked pale, and on my face he turned an eye of death, trembling even at the name of Mortimer.
Cannot blame him. Was it not proclaimed by Richard that dead was the next of blood?
He did. Myself did hear it.
Nay, then I cannot blame his cousin king, who wished him on the barren mountain star. But shall it be you that set the crown upon the head of this forgetful man, and for his sake wear the detested blot of murderous subordination? Shall it be you that a world of curses undergo? Revenge the jeering and disdain content of this proud king, who studies day and night to answer all the debt he owes to you, even with the bloody payments of your debts. Therefore,
Peace, nephew, say no more. Now I shall unclasp this secret book.
By heavens, methinks it were an easy leap to pluck bright honor from the pale-faced moon, or dive into the bottom of the deep, where fathom line could never touch the ground, and pluck up drowned honor by the locks. so that he that doth redeem her thence might wear without court of all her dignities.
He apprehends a world of figures here, but not of the form that he should. Good nephew, bid me audience a while.
I cry you mercy.
Those noble Scots that are your prisoners.
I'll keep them all. He shall not have a Scot of them. By God. No. If a Scot would save his soul, he shall not. I'll keep them all by this hand.
You start away and lend no ear unto my purposes. Those prisoners you shall keep.
Nay, I will. That's flat. He said he would not ransom Mortimer, forbade my tongue to speak of Mortimer. But I'll find him when he lies asleep, and in his ear I'll holler, Mortimer!
Farewell, kinsman.
Oh, God.
I'll talk to you when you are better tempered to attend.
Uncle, tell your tale. I've done.
Nay, if you have not to it again, we'll stay your leisure.
I've done. Faith.
Then once more, to your Scottish prisoners, deliver them up without a ransom straight, and make that Douglas' son your only means. For powers in Scotland, which, for diverse reasons, which I will send you written, be assured, will easily be granted you, my lord.
I said it. Upon my life, it will do well.
Before the game is afoot, thou still let it slip.
Why, I cannot choose but to be a noble plot. And the powers of Scotland and York to join with Mortimer, huh?
So they shall.
In faith, 'tis exceedingly well aimed.
Nephew, farewell. No more going this. Then I, through letters, shall direct your course. And when the time is right, which will be suddenly, you, excuse me, you and Douglas, and our powers at once, as I shall fashion it, shall happily meet, to bear our fortunes in our own strong arms, which we now hold at much uncertainty.
Farewell, good brother. We shall thrive,
We shall
I
thrive.
trust.
Uncle, adieu.
Adieu.
Oh, let the hours be short, till fields and blows and groans applaud our sport!
The road in the forest.
Come, shelter, shelter. I have removed Falstaff's horse, and he frets like gum velvet.
Stand close.
Points! Points! And behind, points!
Peace, you fat kidneyed rascal. What brawling dost thou keep?
Where is Poins, Hal?
He walked up the top of the hill. I'll go seek him.
I'm accursed to rob in that thief's company. The rascal hath removed my horse and put it I don't know where. Oh, Beto! Hal! Oh, jeez. A plague on you all. Beto! I'll starve ere I rob a foot further. 8 yards of uneven ground is 70 miles for me, and the stony-hearted villains know it well enough. A plague upon you all. A plague upon it when thieves cannot be true to one another. A plague upon you all. Give me my horse, you rogues. Give me my horse and behind.
Oh, peace, you fat guts. Lie down, lay thine ear close to the ground, and listen to hear the tread of travelers.
Have you any levers to lift me up again,
No.
being down? I prithee, good Prince Hal, help me to my horse.
No, out, you rogue. Shall I be your ostler?
Hang thyself in thine own heir apparent garters. I'll be taken. I'll peach for this.
Stand!
So I do against my will.
Case you. On with your vizards. There's money of the king's coming down the hill.
Oh, tis our setter. I know his voice.
Going. Thus going to the king's exchequer.
You lie, you rogue. It's his going to the king's tavern.
There's enough to make it all around.
to make us all hanged.
Sirs, you three shall front them in the narrow lane. Owens and I will walk lower. If they escape from your encounter, then they light on us.
I may be there then.
Some airs then.
Zoons, will they not rob us?
What, a coward, Sir John Punch?
Indeed, I am not Sir John of Gaunt, your grandfather, but yet no coward, Hal.
I'll leave that to the proof.
Sirrah Jack, thy horse stands behind the hedge. Where thou needed him, there thou shalt find him. Farewell, and stand fast.
Now my master's happy man, be his dull, say I, every man to his business.
And where are our disguises?
Here, stand by.
Whoa! Let us ease our horses and walk a while. Let me get this big sack of gold off so I can walk with it. Oh.
And
Oh, no! We are undone!
We are done, but we and ours forever.
Oh,
Tie him
no!
up. Take him out.
The thieves have bound the true men. Now could thou and I rob the thieves and go merrily to London. It would be argument for a week, laughter for a month, good jest forever.
Stand close. I hear them coming.
Now we'll share, gentlemen. Where's my glasses? I can't see it. What?
Forest sounds, forest sounds,
Forest
forest sounds.
Yes, thank you, wise one. Come, my masters, let us share, and then to horse before day. And the prince at Poins be not errant cowards, there's no equity stirring. There's no more valor in that Poins than in a wild duck.
Your money! Got with much ease. Now merrily to horse, Falstaff sweats to death, and lards the lean earth as he walks along. Were it not for laughing, I should pity him.
Oh, how that fat rogue roared.
Oh, there it is.
Hotspur's Castle.
Tit, 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 tit. But for mine own part, I could be well contented, my lord, to be there in respect to the love I bear your house. He could be contented. Why is he not then? In respect of the love he bears our house, in this he shows he loves his own barn better than he loves our house. Let me see some more. The purpose you undertake is dangerous. Why, that's for certain. It is dangerous to take a cold, to sleep, to drink. But I tell you, my lord fool, out of this nettled danger we pluck this flower's safety. The purpose you undertake is dangerous, the friends you have named uncertain, the time itself unsorted, and your whole plot too light for the counterpoise of so great an opposition. Say you so? Say you so? And I say unto you again, you are a shallow, cowardly hind, and you lie. By God, our plot is as good a plot as it ever was laid. Our friends, true and constant. A good plot, good friends, and full of expectation. Then excellent plots. Very good friends. Zoons over by this rascal now. I can brain him with his lady's fan. Is there not my father, my uncle, and myself? Lord Edmund Mortimer? My Lord of York, Owen Glendower? Is there not besides the Douglas? And have I not letters from all of them to meet me in arms by the 9th of next month? And have they not some of them set forward already? Oh, what a pagan rascal is this! An infidel! Ah! Hang him. Let him tell the king. We are prepared. I will set forward tonight.
The Boarhead's Tavern.
Ned, prithee, lend me thy hand to laugh a little.
Where hast thou been, Hal?
3 or 4 bloggers' heads amongst 3 or 4 fourscore hogs' heads. Ned, to drive away the time till Falstaff come, I prithee, do thou stand in some by-room while I question my puny drawer to what end he gave me the sugar. And do thou never leave calling Francis, that his tale may be nothing but anon.
Francis?
Perfect.
Francis!
My lord.
Come hither, Francis. How long hast thou to serve, Francis?
Forsooth 5 years and as much as 2.
Francis?
Anon, sir.
5 year! By our lady, long lease for the clinking of pewter. But, Francis, darest thou to be so valiant as to play the coward with thy indenture and show it a fair pair of heels and run from it?
I've been sworn upon all the books in England I could find in my heart.
Francis?
Anon, sir.
How old art thou, Francis?
Let me see about Michaelmas next I shall be.
Francis?
Anon, sir. Pray stay a little, my lord.
Nay, but hark you, Francis. For the sugar thou gavest me, 'twas a pennyworth, was it not?
I would have been 2.
I will give thee for it 1,000 pounds. Just ask me when thou wilt, and thou shalt have it.
Francis?
Anon, sir.
But Francis...
My lord.
Francis?
Away, you rogue! Thou shalt not hear him call.
Welcome, Jack. Where hast thou been?
A plague of all cowards, I say, and a vengeance to Marion, amen. Give me a cup of sack. A plague of all cowards. Give me a cup of sack, rogue. Is there any virtue extant?
Why, you horsing round man, what's the matter?
Are you not a coward? Answer me that, and points there.
Zoons? Call me a coward, you fat punch? By the Lord, I'll stab thee!
I call thee coward. I'll see thee damned ere I call thee coward. But I would give 1,000 pounds I could run as fast as thou canst. Give me a cup of sack. I'm a rogue if I've drunk today.
Oh, villain, thy lips were scarce white since thou drankst last.
All is for that one. A plague of all cowards still, I say.
Well, what's the matter?
What's the matter? There be 3 of us here have taken 1,000 pounds this day morning.
Where is it, Jack?
Where is it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Taken from us 100 upon poor 3 of us.
100, man?
I am a rogue if I were not at half sword with a dozen of them 2 hours together. I have escaped by miracle. I am 8 times thrust through the doublet, 4 through the hose, my buckler cut through and through, my sword hacked like a hacksaw. A plague of all cowards. Let them speak if they'd say more or less than truth. They are villains and the sons of darkness.
Speak, sirs. How was it?
We three, set upon by some dozen,
16 at least.
and bound them. Oh no, they were not bound.
You rogue! They were bound every man of them.
As we were sharing, some 6 or 7 fresh men set upon us. And found the rest and come the others.
Oh, what? Fought you with them all?
All. I know not what you call all, but if I fought with 50 of them, I'm a bunch of radish.
Pray God you have not murdered some of them.
Nay, that's past paying for. I have peppered 2 of them. 2 I am sure I have paid, and 2 rogues in buckram suits. Here I lay, and this I bore my point. 4 rogues in buckram let drive at me.
What? 4? Thou saidst 2 even just now.
4, Hal, told thee 4.
He said 4.
These 4 came all afront and mainly thrust at me, and I made me no more ado, but took all 7 of their points in my target.
7? There were but 4 even now.
In buckram,
Yeah, I have 4 in Buckram City.
Oh.
7 by these hills, or I am a villain else.
Prithee, leave him alone. We shall have more anon.
Dost thou hear me, Hal?
Aye, and mark thee too, Jack.
Do so, for it is worth the listening to. If these 9 in buckram that I already told you of,
Oh, so 2 more already.
their points being broken,
And down fell their hose.
begin to give me ground, but I followed me close and came in foot in hand with a thought. 7 of the 11 I paid.
Oh, monstrous. 11 buckram men grown out of 2.
But as the devil would have it, 3 misbegotten knaves in Kendall Green came at my back and let drive at me. For it was so dark, Hal, that thou couldn't see thy hand.
These lies are like the father that begets them. Gross as a mountain, open, palpable. Why couldn't thou have known these men in Kendall Green when it was so dark thou couldn't see thy hand? Come, tell us your reason. What sayest thou to this?
Come, reason, Jack, your reason.
What? Upon compulsion. Zoons. If I were at the racks in the world, I wouldn't tell you on compulsion.
I'll no longer be guilty of this sin. This sanguine coward, this bed presser, this horseback breaker, this huge hill of flesh.
Splodge, you starveling. You elfskin. You dry neat's tongue. You bull's pizzle. You stockfish. You tailor's yard. You sheath. You bowcase. You vile standing tuck.
Well, breathe a while, and then to it again, and when thou hast hired thyself in base comparisons, hear me speak but this.
Mark, Jack.
We 2 saw you 3 set on 3, and bound them, and were masters of their wealth. Mark now how plain tale shall put you down. Then did we 2 set on you 3, and with a word outfaced you from your prize, and have it, yea, and can show it to you here in the house. And Falstaff, you carried your guts away as nimbly, with as quick dexterity, and roared for mercy, and still run and roared as ever I heard a bull calf. What trick, what device, what starting hole canst thou now find out to hide thee from this open and apparent shame?
Come, Jack. What tricks have you down there?
By the Lord, I knew you as well as he that made you. Why, hear you, my masters. Was it for me to kill the heir apparent? Should I turn upon the true prince? Why, thou knowest I am as valiant as Hercules. But beware, But beware instinct, that's what it was. The lion will not touch the true prince. Instinct is a great matter. I was now a coward on instinct. I shall think better of myself and thee during my life. I for a valiant lion, and thou for a true prince. But by the Lord, lads, I am glad you have the money.
Mary, my lord, there's a nobleman of the court who wishes to speak to you. He says he comes from your father.
What manner of man is he?
An old man.
What, doth gravity out of his bed at midnight? Shall I give him his answer?
Prithee do, Jack.
Faith, I'll send him packing.
Now, sirs, by Our Lady you fought fair. So did you, Pito. So did you, Bardolph. Your lions, too. You ran away upon instinct. You would not touch the true prince. No, fine.
Faith, I ran when I saw the others run.
How came Falstaff's sword so hacked?
Why, he hacked with his dagger and said he swore truth upon England that many believe that he do in fight and persuades to go like.
Sounds like him. Ah, here comes Lean Jack. Here comes Bare Bone.
There's villainous news abroad. Here was Sir John Bracy from your father. You must to court in the morning. That same mad fellow from the north, Percy, and he of Wales, what the plague do you call him?
Owen Glendower?
Owen, the same, and his son-in-law, Mortimer, and Northumberland, and that sprightly Scot of Scott, Douglas, that runs a horseback up a hill perpendicular.
Oh, he that rides at high speed and with his pistol kills a sparrow flying.
By the mass thou sayest true. But tell me how. Art not thou horribly afeared? Thou being heir apparent, could the world pick thee out 3 such enemies again as that fiend Douglas, that spirit Percy, and that devil Glendower? Art thou not horribly afraid? Doth that not thy blood thrill at him?
Not a whit, in faith. I lack some of thy instinct.
Oh, my lord, the sheriff's at the door with a monstrous watch.
Ah, go, hide thee behind the arras. The rest walk up above. Now, my masters, for true face and good conscience. Call in the sheriff. Now, Master Sheriff, what is your will with me?
First, pardon me, my lord. A hue and a cry have followed certain men into this house.
What men?
One is a well-known one, my gracious lord. A gross fat man.
He was fat like butter!
The man, I do assure you, is not here, for I myself at this time have employed him. And Sheriff, I will engage my word to thee that I will by tomorrow dinner time send him to answer thee or any man for anything he shall be charged withal. And so let me entreat you leave the house.
I will, my lord. There are 2 gentlemen that in this robbery have lost 300 marks.
Maybe so. If he have robbed these men, he shall be answerable. And so farewell.
Good night, my noble lord.
I think it's good morrow, is it not?
Indeed, my lord. I think it be 2 o'clock.
So the rascal is known as well as Paul's. Go, call him forth.
Well, Falstaff behind the arras, snorting like a horse.
Hark how he fetches breath. There, let him sleep till day. I'll to the court in the morning. We must all to the wars, and thy place shall be honorable. I'll procure this fat rogue a charge of foot. I know his death will be a march of 12 score. Money shall be paid back again with advantage. Be with me betimes in the morning, and so good morrow, Ned.
Good morrow, my lord.
Change the sad. This one is where normally the intermission would come. So we're going to do a little 7th inning stretch while they change the scene. We're about to move from the life of London over to the life of the court and eventually the life of the battlefield. Everybody raise your arms and take a deep breath in and let out a big and glorious oh. Oh. Good. And now I want to hear an oh of supreme disappointment. Raise your hands up. Oh! Because that's what Henry feels with his son. Supreme disappointment. And now I want you to take in a deep breath and give me an O of anticipation. Oh! Because that's what the Percys are thinking as they line up their plot. All right, so...
Glendower's Castle.
Those promises are fair, the party sure, and our induction full of prosperous hope.
Cousin Glendower, will you sit? Master. A plague upon it? I forgot the map.
No. Sit, Cousin Percy. Sit, Hotspot. For as oft as Lancaster does speak that name, his cheeks look pale, and with a rising sigh, he wishes you the heaven.
And you in hell, as oft he hears Owen Glendower spoke of.
I cannot blame him, for at my nativity, the heavens were full of burning crescents and fiery shapes, and the frame and huge foundation of the earth shook like a coward.
Why, so it would have done at the same season if your mother's cat had but kittened, though yourself had never been born.
I say the earth did shake when I was born.
And I say the earth was not of my mind, if fearing you it shook.
I say the heavens were on fire, the earth did tremble.
Oh, then the earth shook to see the heavens on fire, and not in fear of your nativity.
I am not in the role of common men. Where is he living? Clipped by the sea that chides the banks of England and Scotland and Wales, that tutors me, or dost read to me, and bring him out, that is but woman's son, who can trace me in the tedious ways of art, or keep pace with me in cruel experiment.
Why, there's no man speaks better Welsh.
Peace, Cousin Percy. You will make him mad.
I can raise spirits from the vastly deep.
Why, so can I, or so can any man. But will they come when you do call for them?
I'll teach thee, cuz, to command the devil.
And I'll teach thee, cuz, to shame the devil by telling the truth. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Come, no more of this unprofitable chat.
Okay. Here's the map. Let us divide our right according to our threefold taken then.
The Archdeacon hath divided it into 3 limits very equally. England, from Trent, and Severn hitherto. By south and east is my part assigned. All westward, Wales and beyond the Severn shore, and all the land within that bound to Owen Glendower.
Yes.
And, dear cuz, to you, the remnants lying northward off from Trent, which, being sealed interchangeably, a business that this night may execute. Tomorrow, Cousin Percy, you and I and our good Lord of Worcester will set forth to meet your father and the Scottish power, as is appointed us at Shrewsbury. My Lord Glendower is not yet ready, nor shall we need his help these 14 days. Within that space you may have drawn together your tenants, friends, and neighboring gentlemen.
The indentures be drawn all the way within these 2 hours. So come in when you will.
All right. By this book we are drawn. And away to horse we go.
With all my heart.
When they come face to face with a different breed of yellow,
whose flag is black or yellow.
think quick as we can chop them into
beefsteak tartare.
The court of King Henry IV.
I know not whether God will have it so. For some displeasing service as I have done, that in his secret doom, out of my blood, he'll breathe with vengeance and a scourge for me. But thou dost, in thy passages of life, make me believe that thou only mark to punish my mistreatings. Tell me could such inordinate and low desires, such barren pleasures, rude society is thou unmatched withal, and grafted too, accompany the greatness of thy blood and hold thy level with thy princely heart.
So please your majesty, I would I could quit all offenses with this clear excuse, as well as doubtless I can purge myself of many I'm charged withal. Yet such extenuation, let me beg, I may, for some things true, wherein my youth hath thoughtly wandered and irregular, find pardon upon my true submission.
God pardon thee. Yet let me wonder, Harry, at thy affections, which do hold a wing quite from the flight of all the ancestors, for thou hast lost thy princely privilege with thou participation.
I I shall hereafter, my thrice gracious lord, be more myself.
For all the world as thou art to this hour was Richard then, when I from France set foot at Ravenspur, and even as I was then is Percy now. Now by my scepter and my soul to boot, he hath more worthy interest to the state than thou, the shadow of succession. For no right, no color of right, he doth fill fields with harness in the realm, turn head against the lion's armed jaws, and, being no more in depth to yours than thou, leads ancient lords and reverend bishops on to bloody battles, and to bruising arms. And what say you to this? Percy, Northumberland, the Archbishop Grace of York, Douglas, and Mortimer capitulate against us in our own. But what will I tell these news to thee? Why, Harry, do I tell thee of my foes, which are my dearest and nearest enemies? Now that I like enough, thou, through vassal fear, placed inclination and the sort of spleen to fight against me under Percy's pay, to dog his heels and curse at his frowns, to show me how much thou art degenerate.
Not think so. You shall not find it so. And God forgive them so much that have swayed your majesty's good thoughts away from me. I will redeem all this on Percy's head, and in the closing of some glorious day be bold to tell you that I am your son. When I will wear a garment all of blood and stain my favors in a bloody mask, which washed away shall scour my shame with it. And I will die 100,000 deaths ere break the smallest parcel of this vow.
100,000 rebels die in this. Thou shalt have charge and sovereign trust, Harry. Hey now, Westmoreland, thy lips are full of speed.
So hath the business that I come to speak of. Lord Mortimer of Scotland has sent word that Douglas and the English rebels have met. The 11th of this month at Shrewsbury. A mighty and fearful head they are. If promise be kept on every hand, as ever offered foul play in a state.
On Wednesday next, Harry, you shall set forth. On Thursday, we ourselves will march. Our meeting is in Bridge, and Harry, you shall march through Gloucestershire, by which account our business value it. Some 12 days hence, our general forces at Bridgenorth shall meet. Our hands are full of business. Let's away. Advantage feeds him fat, while men delay.
Whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, don't ask why. Oh, show us the way to the next whiskey bar. Oh, don't ask why. For if we don't find the next whiskey bar, I tell you we must die. I tell you we must die. I tell you, I tell you, I tell you we must die.
The Boarhead's Tavern.
Oh, jeez. Bardolph, have I not fallen away vilely since this last action? Do I not bate? Do I not dwindle?
Sir John.
Company, villainous company, has been the spoil of me.
Sir John, you are so fretful, you cannot live long.
Why, there it is.
I was as virtuously given as a gentleman need to be. Virtuous enough. Swore little, dice not above 7 times a week. Went to a bawdy house not above once in a quarter of an hour. Oh, paid money that I borrowed 3 or 4 times. Lived well and in good compass, and now I live all out of order. All out of compass.
Why, you are so fat, Sir John. That you must need to be all out of compass. All out of reasonable compass, Sir John.
Do thou amend thy face, and I'll amend my life. How now, lad? Is the wind in that door? I faith. Must we all march?
Yeah, 2 and 2 in Newgate fashion.
Now how? To the news at hand. land at court for the robbery. How is that answered?
Oh, my sweet thief, I must still be a good angel to thee. The money is paid back again.
Paid back? I do not like that. Paid back as a double labor.
I'm good friends with my father and may do anything.
Wow, well, rob me the exchequer first thing you do. And do it with unwashed hands, too.
Do, my lord.
I have procured thee, Jack, a charge afoot.
Oh, I would it have been a horse. Where shall I find one that could steal well? Oh, for a fine thief of the age of 22 or thereabouts, I am heinously unprovided. Well, God be thanked for these rebels. I love them. I praise them.
Bardolph, go, bear this letter to Lord John of Lancaster, to my brother John. This, my Lord of Westray. My lord. Go, Tito, to horse, for thou and I have 30 miles to ride yet ere dinner comes. Jack, meet me tomorrow in Temple Hall at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There shalt thou know thy charge, and there receive money in order for their furniture. The land is burning. Percy stands on high, and either we or they must low or lie.
Rare words, brave world. Francis, my breakfast, come. I wish I could wish this tavern were my drum.
Thank God you remember it. With a different breed of fellow, whose flag is black or yellow, they quick as we can chop them into
Beefsteak tartare.
The Percy camp at Shrewsbury.
He's got it.
Well said, my noble Scot. By God, I cannot flatter. I do defy the tongues of soothers. But a braver place in my heart's love hath no man than yourself. Nay, task me that word. Approve me, my lord.
Thou art the king of honor. No man so potent breathes upon the ground, but I will beard him.
Do so, and 'tis well. What letters hast thou there?
These letters come from your father.
Letters from him? Why comes he not himself?
He cannot come, my lord. He's grievous sick.
Soon. How is it their leisure to be sick in such a justling time? Who leads his powers? Under whose government come they along?
His letters bear his mind, my lord, not I.
I pray you, tell me, did he keep his bed?
He did, my lord, 4 days ere my departure thence. And when my departure was thence, he was much feared by his physicians.
Would the state of time had first been whole, he by sickness had been visited. His health was never better worth than now.
Sick now? Droop now? The sickness doth infect the very lifeblood of our enterprise, that's sketching hither even to our camp. Writes me here of that inward sickness, and that his friends by deputation could not so soon be drawn. Nor did he think it meet to lay such a dangerous and dear a trust on any soul removed but his own. What say you to it?
Your father's sickness is a maim to us.
A perilous gash, a very limb lopped off. And yet, in faith it is not. I'd rather of his absence make this use. It lends a luster, a greater opinion, a larger dare to our great enterprise, than if the Earl were here. For men must think without his help we can make a head to push against the kingdom, then with his help we shall overturn it topsy-turvy down. Yet all goes well, yet all our joints are whole.
As heart can think, there's no such word spoke of in Scotland as this term of fear.
Right. My cousin Vernon, welcome, by my soul.
Pray God my news be worth a welcome, Lord. The Earl of Westmoreland, 7,000 strong, is marching hitherward.
No harm, what more?
And further I have learned, the king himself in person is set forth, or hitherwards intended speedily, with strong and mighty preparation.
He shall be welcome too. Let them come. They come like sacrifices in their trim to the smoky-eyed maiden of fiery war. We shall offer them, all hot and bleeding.
There's
Go on! Did Glendower ever come?
There's more news. I've learned in Worcester as I rode along. He cannot draw his power these 14 days.
That's the worst tidings I hear of yet.
Aye, by my faith that bears a frosty sound.
What may the king's whole battle reach unto?
To 30,000.
$40. Let it be. The powers of my father and Glendower both being away, the powers of us may serve so great a day. Come, let us take a muster speedily. Doomsday is near. Die all, die merrily.
Oh, talk not of dying. I'm out of fear of death, of death's hands for this 1/2 year.
The road to Shrewsbury.
Peter, get these before to Coventry and fill me a bottle of sack. The troops will be coming through, and we'll to Sutton Coldfield tonight.
You give me the money, Captain.
Lay in.
This bond makes me an angel.
And if it do, take it for thy labor. And if it make 20, take them all. I'll answer the coinage.
I will, Captain. Farewell.
If I not be ashamed of my soldiers, I am a South Skirnet. I have go in exchange 150 soldiers, 300 and odd pounds, and now my whole charge consists of ancients, corporals, lieutenants, gentlemen of companies, as ragged as Lazarus in the painted cloth. A mad fellow met me on the way and told me I had unloaded all the gibbets and pressed the dead bodies. No eye has seen such scarecrows. What how? How now, mad wag? What a devil dost thou in Warwickshire? My good lord of Westmoreland, I cry you mercy. I thought your honor had already been to Shrewsbury.
Faith, Sir John. Thus more than time I was there. And you too. But my powers are there already. The king, I can tell you, looks for all of us. We must away all night.
Never fear me. I'm as vigilant as a cat to steal cream.
I think to steal cream indeed, for thy heft hath already made thee butter. But, tell me, Jack, who are these fellows?
They're mine, Hal, mine.
I never did see such pitiful fellows.
Tut tut. Good enough to toss. Food for powder, food for powder. They'll fill a pit as well as better. Tush, man. Mortal man.
Sir,
Mortal
make haste. Percy is already in the field.
What? Is the king encamped?
He is, Sir John. And I fear we shall stay too long.
Well, to the latter end of a fray and the beginning of a feast fits a dull fighter and a keen guest.
The cannons thunder from sea to kitchen arms, moving from place to place. When they come face to face with a different breed of fellow, whose flag is black or yellow, they can chop them into pieces. Tar-tar.
The Percy camp at Shrewsbury.
We'll fight with him tonight.
It may not be.
You give him an advantage.
Not a whit.
Why say you so? Looks he not for supply.
So do we.
His is certain. Ours is doubtful.
Nephew, be advised, see or not tonight.
Do not, my lord.
You do not counsel well. You speak out of fear and cold heart.
Do me no slander, Douglas, by my life, and I dare well maintain it with my life. If well-respected honor bid me on, I hold as little counsel with weak fear as you, my lord, or any Scot that this day lives.
Yeah.
Let it be seen tomorrow in the day in the battle which of us fears.
Yeah, or tonight.
Content?
Tonight say I.
Come, it may not be. I wonder much, being men of such great leading as you are, that you not foresee what impediments drag back our expedition. Your Uncle Worcester's horse came but today, and now their pride and mettle is asleep. Their courage with hard labor, tame and dull. That not a horse is half the half of himself.
So are the horses of the enemy. In general, journey baited and brought low. The better part of ours are full rest.
The number of the king exceedeth ours. For God's sake, nephew, stay till all come in.
I come with gracious offers from the king. If you vouchsafe and hear me and respect. He bids you name your griefs with all speed. You shall have your desires with interest. And pardon absolute for yourselves and those herein misled by your suggestion.
The king is kind, and well we know the king. Knows at what time to promise, when to pay.
Shall I return this answer to the king?
Not so, my lord. Go to the king and let there be in pawn some surety for a safe return again. In the morning early, my uncle will bring him our purposes. And so farewell.
I will. You would, except of grace and love.
So maybe you shall.
God hope you do.
The troops live under the cannon's thunder, from Hooch to Sinjar. Moving from place to place, when they come face to face with the different kind of fellow who's back again.
Beefsteak, tartar!
The battlefield.
How bloodily the sun begins to peer upon young Bunker Hill. The day looks pale at this temperature.
The southern wind doth play the trumpet to his purposes, and by his hollow whistling in the leaves foretells tempest and a blustery day.
Then with the losers let it sympathize, for nothing can seem foul to those that win. How now, my Lord Worcester? 'Tis not well that you and I should meet upon such terms as now we meet. You have deceived our trust and made us doff our easy robes of peace to crush our old limbs in ungentle steel. This is not well, my lord. This is not well. What say to you? Will you again admit the troll is not of all about war?
Hear me, my liege. For my own part, I could be well content to entertain the lag end of my life with quiet hours, for I do protest. I have not sought such a day of such dislike.
You have not sought it. How comes it then?
Rebellion lay in his way, and he found it.
Peace, joy, peace.
It pleases your majesty to turn your look of favor away from myself and all our house. Never remember you, my lord, that we were the first and dearest of your friends. For you, my staff of office did I break during Richard's time. Being fed by us, you used us. Like that ungentle gull, the cuckoo's bird, useth the sparrow. Did oppress our nest. We fed you to such a great a bulk. Not even our loved came near your sight. For fear of swallowing, Yet with gentle wing, we were enforced, for safety's sake, to fly out of sight and show this present head.
And never yet did insurrection want such watercolors to paint his cause.
In both your armies there is many a soul shall pay full dearly for this encounter if once they join in triumph. Tell your nephew, the Prince of Wales doth join all the world in praise of Henry Percy. I have truant been to chivalry, and so here he doth account me too. Yet this before my father's majesty, I am content that he shall take the odds of his great name and estimation, and will, to save blood on either side, try fortune with him in single fight.
And, Prince of Wales, so dare we venture thee, albeit considerations infinite, do make against it. No, good Worcester, no. We love our people, even those we love that are misled upon your cousin's part. And they take the offer of our grace, both he and they and you. Yeah, every man to be my friend again, and I'll be his. So tell your cousin, and bring me word what he will do. But if he would not yield, rebuke and dread correction, wait on us, and they shall do their office. So, be gone. We will not now be troubled with reply. We offer fair. Take it advisedly.
Will not be accepted on my life. The Douglas and the Hotspur both together are confidence against the world in arms.
Hence, therefore, every leader to his charge. For on their answer, we will settle them, and God befriend us, as our cause is just.
Hal, if thou see me down in battle, and bestride me thus, 'tis a point of friendship.
Nothing but a colossus can do thee that friendship. Say thy prayers and farewell.
I were toward bedtime, Hal, and all well.
Thou owest God a death.
'Tis not due yet. I would be loath to pay him before its day. What need I be so forward with him that calls not on me? Well, 'tis no matter. Honor pricks me on. Yeah, but what if honor pricks me off when I come on? How then? Can honor set to a leg?
No.
Or an arm?
No.
Or take away the grief of a wound?
No.
Honor hath no skill in surgery then?
No.
What is honor?
A word.
What is in that word honor? What is that honor? And a trim reckoning. Who hath it? He that died a Wednesday. Doth he feel it?
No.
Doth he hear it?
No.
'Tis insensible then.
Yes.
To the dead. But will it not live with the living?
No.
Why? Detraction will not suffer it. Therefore, I'll none of it. Honor is a mere scutcheon. And so ends my catechism.
Thunder, the cannons thunder, moving from place to place, till they come face to face.
The Percy camp at Shrewsbury.
And as quick as Winky chopped them into beefsteak tartare.
Oh no. My nephew must not know, Sir Richard, the liberal and kind offer of the king.
'Twere best he did.
Then we'll all be undone. It is not possible. It cannot be. The king must keep his promise in loving us. He will suspect us still and find time to punish this offense and other faults. Therefore, good cousin, let not Harry know, in any case, the offer of the king.
Deliver what you will. I'll say 'tis so. Here comes your nephew.
Uncle, what news?
The king bids you battle presently.
The Prince of Wales stepped forth before the king and nephew challenged you to a single fight.
Oh, that the quarrel would lay upon our heads. That no man might draw short breath today, but I and Harry Monmouth!
Yeah!
But be he as he will, yet once ere night, I shall greet him with the soldier's arm that he might shrink under my courtesy. Arm! Arm with speed! Fellows, soldiers, friends, better consider what you must do than I that not have well the gift of tongue can lift your blood up with persuasion. Oh, gentlemen, the time of life is short. And if we live to tread on kings. If we die, brave death. When princes die with us! Beefsteak, tartare!
The battlefield.
What is thy name? That in battle dost thou possess me. What is thy honor that I seek upon my head?
I am Douglas, and I haunt thee in battle, because some tell me that thou art a king.
They tell thee true.
Yield thee as my prisoner.
I was not born a yielder, thou proud Scots.
Oh, Douglas, hadst thou fought at home thus, I never triumphed upon a Scot.
All's done, all's won. Here breathless lies the king.
Where?
Here.
This? Douglas, no. I know this face full well. His name was Blunt. He was a gallant knight, assembly dressed as the king himself.
Fool, go with thy soul whither it goes. A broad tide hast thou brought to jeer. Why dost thou tell me that we're a king?
The king has many marching in his coats.
And I will kill all his courts by my sword, and I will murder all his wardrobe, piece by piece, until I meet the king.
Up and away! Our soldiers stand full fairly for the day.
I prithee, Harry, withdraw thyself. Thou bleedest too much.
I beseech your majesty, make up, lest your retirement do make mace your friends.
We breathe too long. Come, my lord. Our duty lies this way. Come now.
Another king? They grow like Hydra heads. I am Douglas, and I'm fatal to all those that wear those colors on them. Who is this that counterfeits the person of a king?
Why, the king himself, who, Douglas, grieves at haunt so many of his shadows that I have met, and not the very king. I have two boys. Seek Percy and thyself about the field, but seeing thou fallest on me so luckily, I will save and defend myself.
Hold up thy head, vile Scot, or thou art like never to hold it up again! Surely, my lord. How fares your grace? Sir Nicholas Gossey hath for succor sent, and so hath Clifton. All the Clifton straight.
Stay, and breathe a while. Thou hast redeemed the loss of pain, and shalt thou makest some contender of my life in this fairest rescue that you brought to me.
Oh, God, they did me too much injury that I have for said I hearken for your death.
Make up to Clifton. I'll to Sir Nicholas Gossey.
If I mistake not, thou art Harry Monmouth.
Thou speakest if I would deny my name.
Ha! I am Harry Percy.
Then I see a very valiant rebel of the name. I am the Prince of Wales, and think not, Percy, to share in me with glory any more. 2 stars cannot keep their motion in one sphere, nor can one England brook a double reign of Harry Percy and the Prince of Wales.
Nor shall it, Harry, for the hours come to end with one of us. And would God thy name in arms were now as great as mine, make it greater ere I part from thee.
Well said, Hal. Stew it, Hal. Nay, you shall find no boys play here, I can tell you.
Oh, Harry, thou hast robbed me of my youth. Better brook the brittle loss of life than those proud titles thou hast won of me.
Fare thee well, great heart, ill-weaved ambition, how much thou art shrunk. When that this body did contain a spirit, a kingdom for it was too small a bound, but now 2 paces of the vilest earth is room enough. Adieu, and I take thy praise with thee to heaven. Thy ignominy sleep with thee in the grave, but not be remembered in thy epitaph. What? Old acquaintance, could not all this flesh keep in a little life? Oh, Jack, farewell. I could have better spared a better man. Endowed I will see thee by and by. Till then in blood my noble Percy lie.
And bowled. I had to be counterfeit. That hot termagant Scott had paid me Scott and lot too. Counterfeit. I lie, I'm no counterfeit. To die is to be a counterfeit. But for he is but the counterfeit of a man who hath not the life of a man. But to counterfeit at dying when a man hereby liveth is to be no counterfeit at all, but the true and perfect image of life, indeed. The better part of valor is discretion, of which the better part I have saved my life. Zoons, I'm afraid of this gunpowder Percy, though he be dead. How if he should counterfeit and rise? By my faith, I'm afraid he might be a better counterfeit. Therefore, I'll make him sure. Yeah.
Art thou alive? Or is it fantasy that plays upon our eyesight? I prithee speak. We will not trust our eyes without our ears. Thou art not what thou seemest.
No, that's certain. I am not a double man, but if I not be Jack Falstaff, then I am a Jack. There is Percy. If your father will do me any honor so, if not, let him kill the next Percy himself. I'd look to be either an earl or a duke, I can assure you.
Why, Percy I killed myself, and I saw thee dead.
Didst thou? Lord, Lord, how the world is taken to lie. I grant you I was down and out of breath, but so was he. But we both rose, and in an instant we fought a long hour by Shrewsbury Square. I'll take it upon my death I gave him that wound in the leg. If the man were alive, he wouldn't deny it. Soon I would make him eat a piece of my sword.
This is the strangest tale I have ever heard. For my part, if a lie may do thee grace, I'll gild it with the happiest terms I have. The trumpet sounds retreat. The day is ours. Come, let us to the highest of the field to see what friends are living and who are dead.
I'll follow us, they say, for reward. He that rewards me, God reward him. If I do grow great, I will grow less. For I'll purge and leave sack, and live cleanly as a nobleman should do.
Bear wars to the death, and Vernon too. Other offenders who pause upon, then this remain, that we divide our power. You, cousin Westmoreland, towards jokes have been you with your dearest speed to meet Northumberland and the prelate's group, who, as we hear, are busily in arms. My son, myself and you carry we will towards Wales to fight with Glendower in the Earl of March. Rebellion in this land shall lose its way, meeting the check of such another day. And since this business so fast done, let us not leave till all our own be won.
My understanding is you've never done anything like this before, correct?
No.
Yeah. What the hell? Why have you been hiding this talent for so long? What was it like to get up and do this for the first time? How long did it take you to learn your line?
A year. Well, I mean, how long have we been going? Yeah, so about that.
Max's, what was good is that Max has, for whatever, I don't know if it's his commitment or his schedule availability, but he, many of the other actors had a situation where we'd have to like recast and recast, because you know how life is like here in, and Max luckily got his role early and was able
day
to,
one.
and was able, and I think you kind of wanted it early on too, right?
Hotspur is like basically who I was in the military, so it's not even really acting. I was just being the guy, the douchey Marine I was before, you know. So, that, and then I've played music a lot, so I've been on stage performing before, just never in this capacity. So, but thank you, that's a huge compliment.
It shows.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a long show, so I can understand. But any questions about, so any like,
I just want to say you guys did a good job. I really was entertained and all good performances. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure, and then,
So this was part one, obviously, and the rebellion was put down. So what's the next?
What happens in part two?
You may have to wait to see.
It's funny. Henry IV Part 2 isn't done nearly as often as Henry IV Part 1. It's plot-wise, it doesn't move things along quite as much. Sometimes they do adaptations where they actually combine the two plays. That's actually how I first experienced it. Was actually in a kind of a combo version. But one of the things you do see, which is the actual deterioration of the relationship between Hal and Falstaff. So what Hal promises us in the beginning of the play, he follows through on in Henry IV Part 2, where he Falstaff is looking to continue the relationship, etc. So anyway, and that's sort of a theme. And then there's actually there's even another sequel to it, because there's a Henry V. Has anybody, there's been many movie versions of Henry V. Anybody familiar with that one? Kenneth Branagh or whatever. It's a big war movie in which Hal becomes king, and then, so all three plays are kind of a little bit about the education of a king. And we talked a fair amount about like what it's like to have a good father and a bad father, and who's a good father and who's a bad father. You know, because Falstaff, for all his faults, really seems to care for Hal. It's not as clear that his actual biological father does as much, you know, but his biological father does, he is a hero, you know what I mean? Henry IV is a hero. You can see the strength of the character and what he's trying to instill in his son. So it's an interesting kind of dynamic we talked about a little bit when we were working on it. Cool.
Production-wise, are there any plans on enhancing it, lighting, sound effects?
What do you think, guys?
I'm all for it. Yeah. You didn't like our forest sales, brother?
So,
any background mural painters out there?
Yeah, we kind of got that last minute, I think, for the enhancement with Kevin and his guitar.
Yeah, that was
thank you. That was the thing we had prepped for. So there were a few little things that showed up I think, as we went along, and just kind of rolled with.
Luke.
So great performance. Thank you. How has being involved in this program and with Marin Shakespeare, has it seeped into your lives, your journey in prison?
Who are you asking?
Whoever wants to answer. All of you. I'm asking all of you.
I'll jump in first, just because I was talking before and I can just keep rolling with it. For me, when I was in middle school, I tried to get into drama, and I got passed over for that, and so I kind of pushed that part of my life to the side, and I never really got an opportunity to come back and do this again. And so being here gave me a chance to kind of take another route in my life that I wasn't able to before.
Yeah.
And it's teaching me a lot about myself too. I'm realizing how much patience I have to have with myself, being aware of how I feel in a moment and how I relate to the characters too. I got put into Hal's spot a month ago, so I had to learn I went from being a drunk and I could just lay back and be fine with that, and instead I had to start thinking about like how is Hal reacting to everybody and how does that apply to me? How can I present that? And so that's something that I think I tell myself every time I've done this. Like this thing's my third time, I think, third-ish, yeah. I tell myself I'm not going to do it again afterward, but I'm probably still going to stay signed up for it because by the time this comes around again, I'm going to be like, yeah, I want to try again. I want to keep pushing myself. So that's what I get out of it.
And I think for us being together, I know a lot of us like when I see him now, I'll be like, say goodnight, I'll be like, farewell, my lord. I know Max has some with his cellies and stuff too,
I do that all the time to Mike. I'm like, hey, how's the prince doing?
And I just say, no, I'm ignoring you people.
I want to say, if I may, that's a good question. Because the sign that Frank holds, or Mr. Worcester holds over there says social justice, right? And as a, young African-American male who's been incarcerated for almost 30 years, it was mentioned a few seconds ago about not having no kind of father you have. Never having had a father. I didn't know my identity. So to be able to be in prison now at 51 years old, having done almost 30 years in prison, a program like Marin Shakespeare, as we, again, thank you, Leslie,
Thank you so much.
allows one to step outside of institutionalization.
Exactly.
And step into the box of who you are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Outside of the box where prison may make you.
Right.
And in that, one begins to find freedom in realizing one's own image, being a believer in God as well, through Christ,
Amen.
finding an identity that's much greater than what I was exposed to. And so it gives me a greater strength to walk amongst haterism, walk amongst people's stereotypical opinions, their stigmas, their bigotry, and stand, in a position of, I am the king, might, right?
Hey.
But a power greater than myself, that through God, standing in confidence, knowing that if I can go to His throne of grace in confidence, I can walk the life, my life out through the lives of the many others, in hopes, lastly, to be an example of what life and humanity truly looks like. That's my answer.
Well said.
Oh, and Frank, maybe you had something you wanted to add quickly onto what Earl
Yeah,
just said?
just to add to what everybody said, I think that for myself, and I think we have this common ground, the program is also very educational. It's historical.
Yeah.
It's based on facts. A lot of these facts, a lot of us didn't know. I wasn't aware of a lot of the history. So it's been very educational, very enlightening, and it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with these guys and to have Sharon, who's very inspirational, right, and motivates us to get involved. And she's a great teacher with the program. To come here and motivate us and get us encouraged, just to bring this production to you guys, to know this, to get prepared. And thank you for the program. We appreciate it very much. To bring it back stronger and reinforce it.
Yeah.
Yes. This is what the department needs. So
Good. So there's more people, wait, yeah, you wanted to say something, Rob?
I have anxiety, and even though getting up on stage and actually doing this play, it's helping me accept and get over some of that. So through this program, when I first started, I was stumbling through lines. I was having a lot more issues. So to all of you that brought this program to our prison, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, I mean, everybody who always shows up on the first day, it's always a little overwhelming, especially because other people are more experienced, on top of the fact there's so much new stuff you have to deal with. So when Rob showed up about halfway through our program, maybe?
Halfway.
Yeah, about halfway through. I mean, he says that he has issues with anxiety, but to me it seemed like, well, everybody does on their first day of Shakespeare class. So I didn't really know about that. That's interesting to hear it. But a lot of what his experience is, I have seen replicated with other participants. And so much in acting is involved with just breathing. Even today, we were talking, and yesterday in rehearsal, the idea of like, give yourself time, give yourself that breath. The audience is sharing, this experience with you. They want to breathe with you. They want to be with you that way. So go ahead and take your time. And so I do think it does help people in that way. Good. Before we move on, is there anybody else who wanted to finally? Okay. All right. Yeah.
I have a sort of interesting question, which is this. The sign says Shakespeare for social justice. And a lot of what Shakespeare was writing about is and is relevant today. Has the company thought about putting on a presentation using modern language so that guys who are not aware of that, when they come to a show, can realize, hey man, this was happening back then and now. This stuff is relevant. Maybe I want to check that out.
So strange you should ask
Wow.
that.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean,
It's
you think I
yeah.
paid you to ask that?
Great minds think alike, they say.
Because what we're hoping to do with the next section is do something that is similar to what we've done in other institutions, which we sometimes call the parallel play, where we take some of the themes that we've done. Yeah, Luke knows very well the parallel play. We take some of the themes that we have talked about while we were working on this play, like some of the themes you saw, like fatherhood was one of them, heroism, war, military service.
Friendship.
Yeah. Friendship, exactly. Even addiction or something you could even say, or something like that. And the participants sort of explore those themes with original writing, some of which we develop in class, some of which we dramatize that people bring in, like they work on outside of class, like somebody might develop a poem or a personal story from their own lives, and then we take it in class and we develop it dramatically. And then we might mix in bits of language from Shakespeare, but on the whole we'll play with it with modern language. And then the other thing I will mention in terms of, for anybody who's interested in signing up for when we actually do our next Shakespeare play, is we spend a lot of time translating the play. So, and I think it pays off, I think it pays off in what you see in terms of being able to understand when the actors say. But it's really important that everybody knows, this is, it's still not easy for the audience always to understand Shakespeare. I get it, it isn't. I've been doing Shakespeare for decades, and every time I go see a Shakespeare play, I always spend the first 5 minutes going, what the hell are they saying? What are they saying? What's going on? And after a while, it kind of like clicks in a little bit, but still, we do spend a lot of time working the language. Yeah.
And can I add something to this? It goes back to the question that Luke asked, put on there. At 2:30, I was supposed to be calling an attorney, right? We all know that we're here, trying to get out of here for the most part. Hopefully, getting out of here better. I missed that call right now because this is why this is important. Because as I venture with the cohorts of Marin Shakespeare with these gentlemen and ladies, you gather a rapport that becomes more than just friends. For some, you gather an affinity a little bit deeper than maybe others, but there's still nevertheless an affinity there. And you get to see people, and then when you get to see people, you then gather a liking to places within them that you might even recognize, you know what I mean? So I did that, and to Sharon, I had promised Sharon that this time I was gonna remember my lines. But with glorious expression I can say, I'll be graduating this year with 2 AAs, while in my second year in pursuit of my BA in a biblical seminary, ultimately to receive a BA in Christian theology, Christian counseling, and biblical studies. Because I've been so compounded by my academia pursuits,
I wasn't able to put the energy that I wanted to remember my lines. So I'm saying this as an apology, right, to Sharon. At the same time, though, expressing that this is what, you know, brotherhood and family should look like. It looks like sacrificing. It looks like, you know, you're stepping outside of yourself in order to, you know, be there for somebody else. And that's something that wasn't always in my household that I've also learned by being able to, you know, be a part of this program, too.
Wow. So one of the things we like to do to wrap up at the end of every play is for every classroom, I should say, because this play has a lot of wordplay, especially wordplay with insults. You know, we heard a lot of insulting in this particular way. We always like to end with an insult. We will share. I'm going to share an insult, and we are all going to repeat it. So the insult is "eat my leek." All right, all right. So everybody, "eat my leek" is the insult. Everybody, put out your hand. Hats come up. This is how we end with everybody. And when I say go, we're all going to yell at each other, "Eat my leek." Ready? Go!
Eat my leek!
Good. Thank you.